The Little Match Girl, a tale of love and hope in the darkness. It was New Year's Eve, and the bitter cold had settled over the city. Snow was falling like a fine dusting of sugar on the rooftops. But for one small girl, it meant sheer, endless cold. She shuffled her bare feet along the damp pavement. Her tiny toes were already purple and bruised from the frost. The oversized slippers her mother once wore, the only shoes she possessed, had fallen off in her haste earlier, and a mischievous young lad had made off with one of them, claiming it for a future cradle. Shoeless and bareheaded, she shivered from hunger and the biting wind, clutching the unbought bundles of matches in her tattered apron. No one had bought a single box all day, and no one had given her a penny. The chilling street was not half as frightening as the thought of returning home. There her cruel father awaited, ready to punish her failure and her hunger. Their own little dwelling was no warmer than the street, the wind whistling through the large cracks in the wall, despite the rags they had stuffed into them. With eyes blurred by tears and the cold, the girl huddled into the nook between two houses. She tucked her feet beneath her, trying desperately to conserve the last of her warmth, but to no avail. In this moment of utter despair, one thought sparked: a single match. She dared to pull one out. Scratch! A small flame instantly flared up, bringing a strange, wonderful warmth. In the soft golden light, the wall before her dissolved, and she saw herself seated before a magnificent cast-iron stove. The fire blazed merrily, its polished brass fittings gleaming, radiating a genuine, potent heat. The happiness of it spread so quickly that she instinctively stretched her little feet towards the warmth. But before she could fully bask in it, poof, the flame went out. The stove vanished. She was left facing only darkness and the cruel, cold reality. Unable to bear the returning chill, she quickly struck a second match. This time, the fire painted a different, more glorious scene. She saw a splendid New Year's feast, fully laid out on a table draped with snowy linen. In the magical glow, a plump roast goose, stuffed with apples and prunes, startlingly jumped from the dish, knife and fork still stuck in its back, waddling towards her. It was the simple dream of a satisfied appetite, a joy life had long denied her. But like the first, the light was fleeting. Poof! The feast dissolved, replaced by the damp stench and the icy air. The cold was seeping into her very bones, yet those fleeting visions of warmth were her only salvation. She struck the third match. The flame ignited another world, a huge, glittering Christmas tree, grander than any she had ever glimpsed through the windows of the wealthy. Thousands of tiny candles, burning brightly like scattered stars, adorned its branches. She reached out her tiny hands, eager to touch the festive joy she had never known, but the match went out. As it did, the bright lights did not disappear entirely. They soared upwards, transforming into twinkling stars in the high heavens. Just then, a shooting star streaked across the sky. The little girl remembered the words of her dearly beloved grandmother, the only soul who had ever loved her unconditionally. When a shooting star falls, a soul is going up to God. In her solitude and anguish, she knew she needed comfort. She quickly struck a fourth match. In the unprecedented warmth of this light, her sweet grandmother appeared, no longer frail, but magnificent, gentle, and utterly kind. Terrified that her grandmother would vanish like the previous fleeting visions, she hesitated no longer. She reached down and struck the entire bundle of remaining matches, creating a single, brilliant, roaring blaze, brighter than the light of day. In that glorious, sacred warmth, her grandmother embraced her. This boundless love dispelled all fear and every last vestige of cold. The two of them ascended, soaring high over the rooftops and away from the frigid world. Away from hunger and pain, towards a place of eternal joy and peaceful bliss. The next morning, the poor child was found slumped against the wall. A serene smile touched her lips, her cheeks flushed pink. She had frozen to death on New Year's Eve. Her hand still clutched the bundle of burnt matches. Passers-by merely murmured, "Poor little thing, she was trying to warm herself." But not one person, not one, knew what wondrous visions she had seen, nor of the beautiful happiness with which she had flown to her grandmother and into the glory of a better world. An inspiring and valuable lesson. Although the little match girl remains a profound and heart-wrenching tragedy, a sharp critique of the cold, indifferent world, we can still draw an inspiring and enduring lesson when we look through the lens of the child's final experience. The true value here is not found in the girl's passing, but in the powerful choice she made in her final, desperate moments. She sought solace, not merely in the warmth of a stove or the temporary comfort of a feast, but ultimately in the figure of her grandmother, the purest embodiment of unconditional love she had ever known. This teaches us that when all else is lost, the memory of genuine affection and the bonds of love are our most powerful allies, offering a supreme source of solace and inner strength. By consciously choosing to strike every match, to prolong that radiant vision and hold on to her beloved grandmother, the little girl affirmed the eternal power of hope. Her act reminds us that sometimes, holding on to the belief in something better, something truly loving, can be the very force that transcends our suffering and grants us a final, perfect peace. Therefore, the lesson echoes. Love is the eternal flame that chases away the frost of reality. No matter how bleak or harsh life may become, we must always cherish, protect, and carry that internal spark of love and compassion, for it is the only light capable of leading us toward a place of ultimate joy and warmth.